Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about Wi-Fi 6. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe so you get all the future videos that we're going to be doing about technology, so you get knowledgeable on the technology that's going to be coming out and the technology that's already out. Make sure you subscribe to help us get to 1,000 subscribers so we can do a mini giveaway for you guys. And don't forget to share, like, comment, do all that good stuff to help us out so we can help you guys out. So let's get into the video. Not today we'll be talking about Wi-Fi 6. Now, what is Wi-Fi 6? Because as of right now, I know not that much people probably know what Wi-Fi 6 is, and people just know about Wi-Fi. Like just plain Wi-Fi. Like no one knows about Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 5. So Wi-Fi 6 introduces some new technologies to help negate the issues that comes with the putting dozens of Wi-Fi devices on a single network. It lets the routers communicate with more devices at once. Let the routers send data to multiple devices in the same broadcast, and lets the Wi-Fi devices schedule check-ins with the router. So the question that some people have about it, if they know about it, right, about Wi-Fi 6 is, why is Wi-Fi 6 better? And one reason is because it's faster Wi-Fi. If you're using a Wi-Fi router with a single device, maximum potential speed should be around or up to 40% higher with Wi-Fi 6 compared to the Wi-Fi 5. Now, Wi-Fi 6, it accomplished this through more efficient data encoding, resulting in higher throughput, and more data is packed into the same radio wave. So, for that, it's showing that Wi-Fi 6 is just way faster and Wi-Fi, and you can have more devices on it and it still will be fast for each device. It's not going to slow down, and showing that since it's have better or more efficient data encoding, it helps that process out too. So since we're talking about Wi-Fi 6, right, some people who doesn't know about it might ask, does Wi-Fi 6 increase the range of it? Now, some people might say the benefits of Wi-Fi 6 is expanding your range and your wireless network. A reduction in connection drops, and enhanced security for your connected devices. And honestly, that sounds pretty good. Wi-Fi 6 sounds overall better than other Wi-Fi beforehand, and the question is, the Wi-Fi 6 penetrate walls better? For instance, like if you're in a different room, or if you have a 2-story house, right, and you're in a different room, or you're on the second floor of that 2-story house or anything like that, right? Are you still able? Will it affect the speed of the Wi-Fi that you're getting from that Wi-Fi router? Will it affect it? Will you still have the same speed that you usually have? Would it be faster? Would it be better? Would it get better or not get better? Would it still be the same if you was behind a wall, or if you was in a different room and you got a bunch of walls blocking you from the Wi-Fi? Now, this improvement will not only affect the 5G HZ networks, which the industry has largely shifted to, but it will provide faster data on shorter distance. It will also make 2.4 GHz networks faster, which typically slower but better at penetrating solid objects like walls. So in that context, yes, it would, because for the 2.4 GHz, those are better penetrating solid objects, and usually those are slower. But Wi-Fi 6 makes it go faster, and makes it able to makes those networks go faster, and especially for 2.4 GHz, it makes that network go faster, and on top of that, it makes it it's already better at penetrating solid objects. So technically, it's just making it go faster to make it the ideal network for some people use. Now, The question for this Wi-Fi 6, I will have a question about it. Is it backwards compatible? Because for more new things that comes into play, is Wi-Fi 6 backwards compatible with old devices that has to be connected to like Wi-Fi 5 or older Wi-Fi? Now, Wi-Fi 6 routers are 100% backwards compatible with Wi-Fi 5 and older Wi-Fi devices. While you may not experience Wi-Fi 6 from day one, you can make sure that your network is ready for new devices with Wi-Fi 6 sooner than later. Like to like, Wi-Fi 6 increases the speed for even one device by 40% as compared to Wi-Fi 5. So honestly, Wi-Fi 6 actually seems like the better Wi-Fi to get, or the better routers to get. And honestly, it sounds like that Wi-Fi is just like a it's like a supporter, it's there to help bring up the speed and help technically bring up the speed of the devices and the Wi-Fi devices and stuff, just to bring up the speed. So technically, it sounds like Wi-Fi 6 is a must. Honestly, in my opinion, I think it's good. And for the last question we're going to be talking about is, will Wi-Fi 6 help older devices? Now, with your current device, yes, because Wi-Fi 6 networks are compatible, no matter, well, depending on the actual devices, because Wi-Fi 6 networks are compatible with devices dating back to the early 2000s. You won't have to toss out products designed for Wi-Fi 4 or Wi-Fi 5, but don't expect your old laptop or smart TV to get a sudden leap in performance. So for Wi-Fi 6, yes, it's compatible with older devices, but not that old, okay? Like 1990s, not that old, but around the early 2000s, yes, it is compatible with those devices. But the thing is, do not actually think that, okay, your old laptop or your old device is going to get a sudden leap in performance. It's going to be faster. And don't think like that, because those devices were made was made before for a certain thing, and back then it wasn't the same as today. So it's not going to be the same as in if you were going to buy a new Samsung phone or a new Apple phone today. Like, it's gonna help for that performance because it was made for today's Wi-Fi and internet and data for today. So as of right now, I'm thinking that Wi-Fi 6 is a must. It is a must for a Wi-Fi that you want to get to help you with the speed, and for something that you want you want your devices to have speed or at least some good performance. Now, before I go, let me just say one thing, that Wi-Fi 6, okay, note to self that I'm not saying that Wi-Fi 6 will help you with all your devices and all the performance of your devices. It's not going to help all of it, but it's going to help some or most of it, okay? But especially if you're trying to use your older devices, right, it's not going to actually help in performance because those devices were made in a later date. It was made in the early 2000s for those datas, those networks, those internet, those Wi-Fi routers. It was made for that day and age and that time. So it's not going to be having the best performance like as of with the Wi-Fi 6 and other things of today, because it was not made in the same time, or it's the same day and age of how our technology is being made. So that's all I got for you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. So stay tuned for the next one. Later.